Great.
This is intermission time. This is when we crack our knuckles and do all this. Now,
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be published.
Yeah. No, you have a problem with that? I mean,
No, not like people. You know, if it catches on, I'll be seeing people all over the place, and then my family will be like, "What the heck is going on?" And I'll be like, "Awesome."
yeah, Josh here is thus far the coolest person I've seen that just cracks knuckles on his head and cracks them many times over. Actually, I mean, he cracks them here and is able to still crack them. You know, I mean, I think that's kind of cool that you can do that. I mean, like, it looks like it hurts. You know,
It's just minor, but I'm kidding.
but it releases stress and all. Like, oh, I gotta get my hands going. And
Oh yes, and the sound it reverberates through your skull, so it makes really just echoes. Fun,
I know.
and it makes everyone around you look at you.
Like now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's a camera? Yeah, let me have a fruit roll up. I mean, wait, this is your box.
Yeah, that can be.
That's
my
your box. I have my own box.
You can have this.
All right. I'll give you one of mine.
Because earlier, before you said this was your box, and I could have other box, but I don't think that would be right because I'll probably eat them all anyway.
Right. Whatever box it is, you at least have some roll-ups. So again, thank you, Anonymous, for the roll-ups. Just so you know, before we started shooting this, I had a moment of saying, "Oh, screw you, Anonymous," because it looked like my camera was missing from my bag. But no, it fell out during the trip. So thank you, Anonymous, for not stealing my camera. You guys are actually cool instead of sucking, you know. So
And that's good.
yes, because you don't want to suck, except when you need to, like on a milkshake. No.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. $1 Million Smile. These things actually rot your teeth, and you have a sticker here saying that says $1 million Smile. Does that make any sense? At all?
Unless you're attracted to toothless ones. I used to like the punch outs that they used to have, but I don't think I ever punched them out. I think I just ate the whole thing anyway. But
I hated the punch outs in this thing because they always clung together. I mean, you try to do them just right, or they either tear or stick together, and you can't get them apart. It's pretty good. I never understood the way to eat this. I mean, it's just really paste, right? Couldn't it just be a ball and you bite into it, pretty much?
Yeah.
So why just not have it like be that way? Why have it be a flat, gooey thing?
Maybe they just want you to be creative and eat it in any way that you want to. You know, as a kid, I was inspired to. We got a dehydrator, and I thought it'd be cool to make my own veggie roll-ups.
Mm-hmm.
I tried it with potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it didn't turn out exactly as I had
Uh-huh.
assumed it would, but I did learn something interesting about potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
If you mix them up like mashed potatoes and you try dehydrating them, they turn gray. Gray and crispy.
Gray and crispy.
Not very good, though. No roll-up.
Mm.
But it was an interesting science experiment anyway.
Yeah. So did it taste too good?
I don't think so.
The mashed potatoes, they need the juice in them. If you take the juice out, they are not tasty.
No.
They're just like powdered root, basically.
Now that you put it that way, that's just kind of gross.
Well, a potato is a root.
Yeah.
So
It is.
it's basically just like grinding it up without adding any liquid. You know, milk, water, that is what makes mashed potatoes mashed potatoes. Yeah. Yeah.
I suppose it would be like eating that instant potato stuff straight out of the box.
Gross. We talking the powder stuff, or is that the flake?
Do they have
Either-
other stuff?
I think so. Either way, it's gross.
Yeah, the flake.
I don't know. No flakes for me. Unless they're corn flakes. I like that stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, cool. I don't like these too much. Nah. But, you know, snackish. You know?
They should make like the 100-foot roll. That would be a good piece of something to bite into.
100 foot? What would be the point of
Didn't
that?
they used to have the commercials where they just kept going on and
Yeah,
on and
yeah.
on forever, and then you open this up and it's like the size of cheese slice. Like, what gives?
I had those, but I just don't get it. I don't see how these can catch on. I think it has to do with the marketing. Because as a kid, I realized that I didn't really like these too much. But I thought I liked them, or had to like them, because the commercials like, oh my god, these are... And because the kids were all smiling.
That probably applies to like all the stuff we buy, really.
Yeah, I mean... Well, what was the last commercial you saw of something that you thought you'd like because it said you'd like it and didn't like really?
Man, that's gonna be hard because I haven't watched TV in 4 years.
It's been a while for me too, but a few weeks because my relatives, cousin and uncle wanted to have cable. They had to have cable, and you know, as I was mentioning earlier, if something is averting your eyes away from what you should be doing, you tend to get focused on it. So I started watching cable again whenever they were watching something, and what was it? I saw commercials, and there was some interesting stuff, but I didn't really care that much. I don't like television. I like controlling what I watch, you know? Having some control.
Internet.
Yes, internet. Internet! It's the new addiction besides cable.
It'll be interesting to see what happens to television over the next, 50 years? I mean, it's pretty popular, but if you realize that it's only been around for 50 years or so, and entertainment's always changing.
Yeah. I think the televised stuff, as it is, it will phase out or turn into a new medium, or try to connect with the power of the internet to,
yeah, well, that's
some
what they're
sort of
trying to somehow figure out connection there.
Yeah.
A lot of the shows seem to be dying off. Like, they're just not creative anymore. All these... What are they?
Yeah, excuse me. There are creative shows that there's just too much crap around, pretty much. Gimmicks, like reality TV, This Girl is Hot. That's not good. There are some good shows, though. House? Have you seen House? About a medical doctor.
I did see a couple of those shows.
The guy's he's a genius. He's a dick, but he's someone that you could seem to like in some way. He might not like you, but that House guy, yeah.
He has attitude.
Yes. There was also a show called Monk, which is also in the same sort of vein in that he's a genius, yet he has his quirks, you know?
Was he an actual monk, or he's just called Monk?
He's called Adrian Monk. He's a detective, and he has, obsessive-compulsive disorders, in that he has to make sure, if something's moving around or some things are out of place, he has to put them in orders, like, so there's patterns, or, you know, order books there, all the blues and reds and colors have to be just right before he can feel comfortable in the room.
Kind of like, is that ODC? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
OCD? Something.
Obsessive-compulsive disorder.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, I was almost
I'm glad we're on the same wavelength. Yeah, I mean...